In this video, we are going to expose our proposal about how to teach English.
And the team is the Wendy, Mitari, Fanny, and me. And the topic speak about the language skills are speaking, listening, reading, and writing. These four skills need to be developed in education, and they have been implemented, but something curious happens, and as something are progressing, they are begin forget, which is why new strategies are about to strengthen the core skills. Now, now Wendy speak about the
topic.
the topic.
As Moni said, there are four skills, but today language skills are speaking of language and of the way in which we communicate. It is making reference to that instrument that allows us to explore all the movements of the culture that we are interested and the culture that surround us. And it is also that tool that help us to organize and order our thinking and our activities, and to a large extent the interaction the with the society. The foreign language skills are useful for many things. For example, when we read, we do, when we want to talk, when we are listening music. It is to distract us, obtain information, to follow instructions.
Didactical professional for the development of English language skills listening. Communication is the process of the social and interpersonal nature where affect, need, knowledge are exchanged, which occur between two or more people, transmitting verbal and non-verbal information. For example, against smell, spell orientation, approach, and specific behavior. Education is considered as a system of influences that are to achieve the social of the individual based on the interests and values of the society in a given context. The students, when introduced to an educational system, faces a developer teaching and learning process with wanted the individual, the activity, and create appropriation of culture, causing the development on their autonomy and self-determination. Is a particular connection with the processes of social commitment and responsibility. General, when we behind to learn the English language, we have a higher level of when writing comprehension that is focused more on vocabulary than on grammar than with oral comprehension. However, this should not be, so science learning must contemplate areas or skills or make it easier for us to cooperate. The development of language constitutes an essential objective of the stage that frames this theme of the students of the degree of teaching and learning of English, and it's a main task of teachers to contribute to the development, focuses the process of teaching, of learning English in listening skills through didactic activities, taking into account that communication is precisely the fundamental activities of this stage.
Our purpose, in this sense, the teachers in training establish some processes and addictive activities for the development of listening skills. It is important to recognize the performance that this team performed, even taking into account the current situation. The teachers in training create strategies to develop these mechanisms and be able to continue contributing in a beneficial way to our teacher training. The main purpose of this work is application some learning strategies of listening skill in the English class that provide understanding, interaction, and reflection among the participants of the process based on the knowledge of the characteristics of each of the students, strengths, weaknesses, interests.
Propose serves for students to think and express themselves, as well as reorganizing words and identify ideas. When we talk, involves the context and use to the technology. Technica, the teacher creates dialogue to improve hearing ability, of which couple made recording of the dialogues and short story in English. Some example is one, a standard conversation to reserve a hotel room. Two, a second conversation in a restaurant. Three, a dialogue to ask for direction of their street. Four, a typical conversation of the language exchange. Five, a dialogue in English to talk about the weather. And six, a visit to the doctor.
Our resources.
Dialogues.
Meet you.
Hi Fanny, nice to meet you too. I don't speak in English very well, but I'm learning.
No problem. I'm here to help you. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Where do you live?
Where I live in New York.
Awesome. It's always been my dream to visit your city. I want to learn more about it.
It's very exciting place with a lot of things to see and do.
That sounds awesome. I definitely want to go there.
First, I want to become fluent.
I'm sure you will. Don't worry. What do you do?
I'm a history student. What about you? What do you do for a living?
I teach math at school.
Oh, that's very cool. Cool. Listen, I have to go. See.
Okay.
Hey, Fanny.
Hi, David.
So, did you surf today?
Unfortunately, no. I rained all day long.
Oh, is that usual in your area?
Yes, it doesn't get too cold in the winter, but it rains a lot. Sometimes we get severe storms.
We don't wear having quads like in other countries, but we always carry an umbrella. No, the south stay dry in the winter, but the temperatures are really low. It's weird because it's always sunny there, but it's freezing.
Oh, I hate cold winters. When it's gray and windy, that's so depressing, but I do like the snow.
Me too. Do you ski?
Yes, I do. It's really fun.
So, how's we weather where you live?
Well, sometimes it gets very windy here. You know, that kind of weather is not fun, but in the summer it stays warm and sunny. It's my favorite season.
Mine is the spring.
That's when the weather is perfect here. Not too hot, not cool, perfect for surfing.
Tuyos.
Sí, okay.
A ver, can you hear me?
Yes,
Open your eyes, please.
I open my eyes. It hurts. I see a person.
Hello,
Hello,
my name is Martin. I am your doctor. How are you?
not very good. My head hurts me.
I see. And what's your name?
My name is I cannot remember. What's my name? Why can I not remember my name? What is wrong with me?
You don't remember your name?
No, I remember nothing.
Sir, I think you have amnesia. You hit your head.
Where am I?
You're in the New York City Public Hospital.
New York, in America?
Yes, in the United States of America.
But why am I in America?
I have no idea, but I can hear that English is not your first language. You really don't have an accent, but I can hear that you're not American. I think you're from a different country. Where are you from?
I cannot remember anything, and my head hurts. May I have a drink, please?
Here is a glass of water and some aspirin.
Thank you. I drink the glass of water. I am scared.
I
Doctor,
am alone.
doctor, I am alone and I'm not in my country. I do not remember anything, not even my name.
Yes, this is a big problem, but I have an idea. There, there are some papers and case in your podcast. You are also wearing expensive clothes. Maybe you have an important.
Mitsari is preparing for a trip to England. She phones the San Seban Hotel to reserve a room. San Esteban Hotel, how can we help you?
Hello, I would like to know the price of a single room, please.
30 pounds per night.
Is breakfast included?
Yes, breakfast is included.
Okay, and then I want a single room for 4 nights.
When would you like your reservation?
And from Tuesday, May 10 to Saturday, May 14.
That will be 120 pounds. Under what name should I make this reservation?
On we hold on Mitsari Hernandez.
Mm, okay, your reservation has been made. You can pay upon arrival. See you soon.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Mitsari wants to have lunch at an English restaurant.
I would like a table for one, please.
Would you like to eat on the terrace or inside?
I prefer a table inside, near the window.
This way, please. Mm, Here is the menu. Would you like a drink?
No, thanks.
What would you like to eat?
And as an appetizer, a starter, I would like the word got cheese salad. From the main course, I will have the seafood platter. And for dessert, I will have the cream brulee.
Okay, and to drink?
A bottle of the still water, please.
Right away. And 1 hour later,
Can I have the bill, please?
yes, one moment. Here it is. That will be 15.50, please.
Okay, here you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Mitsari is at Farringdon and wants to go to Piccadilly Circus to meet up with Nadia.
Excuse me. Could you please tell me how to get to Piccadilly Circus?
Of course, take the yellow circle line in the direction of King's Cross, St. Pancras, and get off King's Cross station. Once there, switch to the blue line called the Piccadilly line towards Cherachau and get off the Piccadilly Circus. It's very easy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I think that I will look at the map. Bye.
Bye.
Short stories.
Man on the Moon. Once upon a time there was a little man who was very sad because he had a spaceship but he didn't know what to do with it. Can you help him? What could he do with his spaceship? Then he decided to go to the moon and fly until we got there. So, where is he now? As he had never been on the moon, he wasn't sure about what he could do there. So he drove and drove inside his spaceship. What do you think he decided to do? Of course, the little man thought that he had done shoot a long trip because he wanted to visit the moon. So he decided to go outside for a walk. And he was walking and walking and walking until he met a. What do you think he met? Oh, yes, he met a dinosaur. And as they made very good friends, the little man decided to stay in the moon to live with his new friends in a beautiful tent he had in the spaceship. And since then, this little man is known as the man on the moon.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young princess named Snow White. She lived in a faraway kingdom with her father and stepmother. Her stepmother, the queen, was also very beautiful but arrogant and proud. She spent all day staring at herself in front of the mirror. The mirror was magical, and when in front of it, she would ask, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful woman of all?" The mirror would answer, "You are the most beautiful of women." This answer satisfied the queen because she
Patty, the milkmaid, was going to market carrying her milk in a pail on her head. As she went along, she began calculating what she would do with the money she would get for the milk. "I will buy some fowls from Farmer Brown," said she, "and they will lay eggs each morning, which I will sell to the parson's wife. With the money that I get from the sale of these eggs, I will buy myself a new dimity frock and a cheap hat. And when I go to market, won't all the young men come up and speak to me?" Short stories. Polly Shaw will be so jealous, but I don't care. I shall just look at her and toss my head like this. As she spoke that, she tossed her head back and the pail fell off, and all the milk was spilled.
And as a conclusion, we can suggest that the purpose of the work is developed through different participatory techniques where the learning to develop the components of the mother tongue and the English language positively influence. As Mitsari said, we first have to teach vocabulary, and then the listener is going to be helped by the listening method will help us to become familiar with English, the intonation, pronunciation, etc. It requires a great effort on our part and being able to take advantage of any time and place to practice. Listening skills will make it easier for us to recognize terms, word expressions, directions that will allow us to increase our learning and gain fluency when we are expressing ourselves in English. And this method of activities will be reoriented according to the communicative needs of the group and the demands that are placed on the future teachers of the degree in teaching and learning English in secondary education. Similarity, it is expected that in the future it will be applied in the educational field, taking into account the specific of each as well as the knowledge and skill systems, and all of this is to improve the skills of our students.
Thank you for paying attention.